You are now watching the official YouTube channel for the largest basketball manager game in the world. Join at BuzzerBeater.com if you think you can beat the buzzer.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to BubblesExploded, the official BuzzerBeater YouTube channel. Today I wanted to provide a update on the Utopia team, as it's been one of the most successful seasons I've ever had on BuzzerBeater in regards to expectations, I guess. So obviously the goal was to always promote this season after the disappointing finals last year, but we actually ended up going undefeated, 22-0, with just like an unstoppable point differential. So we're going to be in the finals against LR Youth BC, and I'm pretty confident that we should be able to win the finals somewhat easily. And then this season, even if we don't win the finals, we should be auto-promoting to Division 3. So I just want to provide an update on the team and then also go through a couple of exciting things that are going to be happening in this next week. So first, I want to just go through the MVP voting for the season because Clown Show, or Moshoeli right here, 32 first place MVP votes for this league. So he was a unanimous MVP. All 32 votes were for him for first place. And I think that's just a pretty good breakdown of how good he was this season for us. And then you'll also see that we have Lucas, Granger, and Le Crimson Chin all also made the MVP voting. So we had four MVP candidates, but for Moshoeli specifically, we can go to the page, and first you can see the skills here. He's had a very nice season. A couple of important things for his season is he was actually called up to the South African national team. I'd say in the last couple of weeks, he was called up. He has not yet played a game, but he has been on the roster, so he'll probably make the first appearance for the national team here in the next season or so. And I'd say his jump shot, inside shot are both really, really solid. Outside defense is coming along. We'll probably hit some more outside defense training next season. But yeah, 127 total skill points at age 23. Hall of Fame potential, still really good. You guys recognize him. For stats this season, he had a couple of really, really amazing games, but overall the things that I think I noticed the most was 25.8 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, and this is because for a lot of the time, even though he has lower rebounding at only a 6, he was playing a lot of power forward for us this season, so he was getting a lot of rebounds. I don't imagine he'll average 7.7 next season in Division 3, but he also averaged 4.1 assists per game, and then 2.3 steals per game. And as the season went along, I started experimenting more and more with full court press and full court press and 1-3-1 zones, where naturally more steals occur. But he ended the season ranked number 60 in total steals for Utopia, and then you can actually see him on the world rankings there for steals as well. I'll also go through my plan for next season, but I imagine we'll have a lot of players up here in the world rankings for steals starting next season. And then you can just see for the specific league, we have second in points, third in points per game, fifth in field goal percentage at 56.4%, so that's pretty impressive. First in field goals made, second in three-pointers made with, 45? Yeah, 45 out of 100, so 45% from three-point. Eighth in free throws made, fourth in field goals attempted, and eighth in three-pointers attempted, as well as other things as well. So just overall a really, really good game. Really, really good game. And then you can just see the games here. The other one that I just wanted to point out was this 56-point, 12 assist, 12 rebound game. This is one where he eventually makes our Hall of Fame. This will be added on his Hall of Fame for sure. But he is now the record holder for the points in the game for the franchise. So you'll see good friend Sebeko here for blocks and rebounds still. You see Andy Granger had a monstrous 17 assist game this season as well. And then you see Clown Show Moshoeli with 56 points here for best performance. So really good season overall for him and the team as a whole as we went 22-0. And then for the training, just an update on the training, how the trainings have been progressing. You see that we did team training game shape, primarily because we are still in the BuzzerBeater Madness tournament. So I'll cover that in just a second. But for most of the season, we were doing outside defense, jump shot forward, and then passing. So we've essentially fixed the whole of like having no passers on the team. And then most recently we just did a game shape there. But looking at the 3 trainees, you'll see Moshoeli right here had a good season of pops. And then you can see Lawton and Granger are both up to 9 passing and 10 passing. So they're both actually viable point guards now. For a while, we were just trotting out Granger, who only had 8 passing as our point guard, so we didn't really have great offensive flow. And then 108 total skill points, 112 total skill points, so they're both coming along pretty nicely as well. And then they're in a good spot salary-wise, where I'm not anticipating the salaries to get too high for next season, where we should have a pretty salary-efficient team with also some really good players. So roster looks the same for the most part as the last time you guys saw it. The only difference might be, actually, I think they're all the same as well. I think the team overall is essentially the same. And then looking towards next season, the only players that I might look at changing out on this team, LaCrimson Chin is going to be 34, so I'm trying to see if I want to hold on to him or if I want to look for someone younger. I think he's probably fine for a season, but I'll kind of gauge the Division 3 league and see how my team holds up to other teams and then kind of make a decision on who I want to keep. But I think for the most part, my team can stay intact for Division 3. From a economy standpoint, we are at 296,000 after the update for Monday weekly economy. So that's good because we were actually like technically in the negative most weeks of the season, but because of the BuzzerBeater Madness, I was able to stay net positive for essentially the whole season. So really nice there. And then get into the bulk of it for the BuzzerBeater Madness that I'm really excited about. You can see this is going to be the Tier 10 for Season 64 BuzzerBeater Madness. And first I'll just go to the standings. You can see that we were the first overall seed for BuzzerBeater Madness Tier 10. By far the best point differential, 7-0 undefeated. So we were the top team coming out of Tier 10 out of all of these teams here. Lots of Italian teams and Spanish teams in Tier 10, as you can see, but we topped all of them, so it just literally keeps going and going. So I never thought that I'd have a team that could compete for a BuzzerBeater Madness title or championship, but turns out we are able to. So for the BuzzerBeater Madness, you can see my run right here. I'm up at the top, but I had a good win in the first round by 14. Had a easier second round matchup, so that was a pretty solid win. This was a pretty solid win as well. And then this was the game that got a little bit interesting. We actually needed a huge fourth quarter comeback to come back and win. Not sure what was going on with the team that day. They just weren't playing very well. I think we had some game shape issues this game too, but pulled out the 97-94 win with a tremendous fourth quarter. And then since then, we had a 12-point win over the other number 1 seed. So if we go and look at the game stats for that, you can see the ratings across the board for both teams was pretty impressive. I think I game planned really well, playing 3-2 zone against their motion and then playing look inside against their 3-2 zone. So I think the game planning really helped us out. And then we were essentially going 7 deep for this game. For the final, I'm anticipating being able to go 8 deep because after training game shape, we were able to get every single player that we want for the final, which happens in just a couple days. We were able to get every single player on the roster into 9-game shape. So I'll just filter by salary just so you can see the game shapes and DMIs, but all of the top guys on our team are in 9-game shape thanks to the training, and we'll probably run out an 8-man rotation or 8.5 because I'll probably have Laws in there as just like a backup big in case there's injuries. But for the most part, it'll be Mikowski, Mollard, Lawton, Granger, Moshoeli, Crimson Chin, Lucas, and then Tabox right there. So that's kind of the crew that we're looking at for the BuzzerBeater Madness Championship game. And I'm really, really hoping that we can pull it out. I'm actually more hyped for the BuzzerBeater Madness than I am for the finals in my league. And then we will be going up against the Iverson 75ers. So if you're interested in seeing who the opponent is, it's going to be this Italian team. And he has a really strong roster. So you can see the salaries, $66,000, $65,000. This player is actually not eligible for BuzzerBeater Madness knockout games, so we don't have to worry about him. But $46K, $46K, $37K, so a lot of really big salaries. But we were able to have a better game shape update than him as a team. So you can see a lot of his top players are in 8-game shape, 8-game shape, 8-game shape, 9, 8, 8. So a ton of 8-game shape players rather than 9. So I think we should have a slight edge there. And then the other nice thing is that for my team, since we had 9-game shape across the board, we have the flexibility to run any offense. So I have a couple offenses in mind. I haven't fully decided on what I want to trot out there for this game, but we can easily run outside balanced or inside for our offense. So if you have any recommendations or thoughts, you can always message me on Discord or send me a BB mail if you want to help me game plan, but I'm open to any suggestions because I am really, really excited for the BuzzerBeater Madness final. So that's kind of the update on the team for this season. And then I did mention that for next season, it will probably get really fun. I'll probably update videos a lot more often on here and be posting more videos in general. It was actually a really busy month for me in terms of just life going on. So I actually went and did a vacation in Bali, Indonesia, proposed to my now fiance. I was in a car accident, totaled my car, got a new car, injured my shoulder, so I'll be going to some physical therapy. So lots of stuff going on for the last month, but I'll be posting more videos. And then for next season specifically, I'll probably start out the off season and season by training just like maybe 3 to 4 weeks of stamina. And then I want to try to start running a lot more full court press. And I might even go for a full court press season, meaning that like every game for Division III league games, I'm going to run full court press. And then for BuzzerBeater Madness, other games, I might run more traditional standard offenses. But for the league, depending on how hard it is, I might try to get stamina up for all my players and start trying to go full court press every single game to encapsulate the initial challenge that I had for this team, which was no true bigs, full court press, 5-out system, and kind of go from there. So I'll keep you guys updated on the team in that regards. But yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for the BuzzerBeater Madness game, or if you have any experience running a lot of full court press. I'd also be interested in talking with you about how your team has successfully ran full court press in the past. So that's going to do it for this video. Finals coming up. I hope that's treating everyone well. And then, like I said, those B3 final games and BuzzerBeater Madness final games are right around the corner in the next couple of days. So I'll probably do a update after that, win or lose, but I'm hoping that it'll be a championship season for BubblesExploded and the Utopia team, especially for the YouTube, as you guys have watched this team grow, and I think it would be a fun kind of cherry on top if we're able to win BuzzerBeater Madness Tier 10. So All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Until next time, have a great one, guys. Bye.